A good mentor will be one who's willing to at least have that conversation that I was talking about, who will respond to the questions and share their own story. I think a great mentor is one who will also have the empathy to listen to what their mentee is asking them, and maybe have both the intuition and the sense to understand where they are coming from, and give them some additional advice or guidance that may not come from the mentor's own experience, but at least comes from the reading that the mentor has of the person. So someone who looks at me, or if I look at someone else and say, I don't have experience in what you're asking me about, right? But it seems to me that what you are looking for is to grow in certain ways, and maybe here are ways you can go about doing it.
So it seems like a mix of humility, so knowing that he or she might not be able to answer the questions that you look for, but referring you to the right material,
That's part of it.
and a little bit of empathy and understanding of where you're coming from. Because I think, and that's a big trait for anyone, because a lot of people don't actually listen.
Right.
And we can be kind of
they listen but they don't hear.
a mentor that listens and prompt further questions. And then come out with an answer.
Or if not an answer, then at least better questions. And ways of finding the answer, because mentors may not have all the answers, or sometimes the question is one that is so complex that there isn't a simple answer to it. Then if you don't have that, then you need to start asking better questions.
And just on the flip side to being good, let's talk about some most common mistakes of mentoring. When are there any that you because being a mentee for years, are there any common mistakes that I think one being the listening part, right? That's you should definitely listen. Are there any other?
The listening part, I would go as far as to say that a good mentoring conversation should involve the mentee talking more than the mentor, actually, because the mentor should be asking questions and kind of probing into the issues that are being explored before they start sharing or trying to give insights. So listening is definitely a key part of it, or failing to listen is a common error. Assuming that you must have answers is another one, because sometimes a good mentor just helps you to say, well, maybe you're not asking the right question. Maybe you should be asking this question or another question instead. And I don't have answers to that, but maybe that gives you an insight, right? So that I think is useful, helping people to frame new questions and not always feeling they must have answers. And then the third thing is